Greetings and welcome to Prosperous Universe. So today we've got a few things to be doing, just some minor bits, but some bits nonetheless. Let's take a look at our bases first of all. Most bases are currently operating correctly, apart from you, which are have run out of coffee, which we don't actually have a ship going out that way, and I've asked a few people and there's no one going that way. I may set up a, well I think I will today set up a transport run to drop some coffee off there if anyone wants to do that. You're okay, and you're missing your power tools because you ran out. Okay, so that's that. So actually what we do have, if I go to my outpost, where Horta C is, the other one with our power tools, and I do believe both my ships have actually landed. So we're actually doing some building over here as well. So let's drop these buildings out. First of all, there we go, bum, 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 bum. All your stuff in there, your power tools are in. You are ready, and then you should also have some more stuff. They came from different locations, that's why there's two ships doing it. One ship came from WN599 Alpha, and the other ship came from Prometer. There we go. Well, you are low, which is why I sent you with some extra FF to help out here. Use half of your fuel, and there we go. Right, you can head back to Prom empty. Empty. Do we need to Prom? What's Prom's got okay for everything right now? What's Prom's carbon level like? Okay, Prom needs some carbon though. Before we send you, let's get you some carbon on board. This is the outposts, and let's load you with 100 carbon. Should be enough for now. I need to leave some carbon here for what we're about to do. Alright, so you can go. You'll be there in 4 days. Sorry. 4 days? No. 1 day 21. It's going to be hard to burn, but let's get you out. Oh, God, that's going to cost so much fuel. Just go. We'll deal with you later. 1 day 3. Yeah. So the other ship, it's not going to be. It's not going to be going straight. He's going to stay. He's going to be going to Wales first because that 4 days is not a good time. Basically, we're at the worst possible point for a launch. All right. So first of all, let's grab you, and let's drop in the NL, PG 2 days 11, and you're 4 hours and 3 days. So you're actually you need one load, which is 1,000. So I can take 1,000 PG with me. No problem there. And everything else you keep here, just in general. Alright, hide that away. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is actually go around and do a quick build. I want to expand here the polymer plants, because the polymer plants are happily keeping up with the nylon, but they're not keeping up with our actual overall demand for plastics, for PG. So, I have a whole bunch of resources here now, and I have enough here to provide us, here we go, with building. I believe we can build, I think it's 6 more polymer plants. That should bring us to a full total of 10. If I'm right, we should have 28 for 28 for 48. 28 for 28 BBH 4, yeah. And then we would need, this is assuming we need to build 2 halves. We may need 2 halves, I'm not sure yet. 16 truss and 4, 5, 6. So 16 truss and more than 4, 5, 6. So we have enough to build 2 habs and some more. So let's see what we can get here then. Let's see. Bing up. Where are you? Horta C. That can go away. Bing up. Keep that screen there. I need that one for hab construction and bing up the construction. Okay. So if we're going to build polymer plants, there we are. They require 25 settlers and 10 pioneers. We have more than enough pioneers, but the 25 there is going to be our problem. And as you can see here, even if we built that one, it's going to push us over that limit, because we have a 20 spare right now. So let's go and build a single settlers hab. Boop. There we go, that's up to 500 now. And then if we go back here, we should be able to build a couple of the polymer plants. There we go, 405, 430, 455, and there we go, 480. And now we're out of material, and if we go and look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 in all, we have double the amount that we needed. There we go. So we built the extras. I did want to build more than that, but I didn't have the materials for on the ships. Okay, so that can go away. That's good. If we want to build more, we'd need more. What was it? We need more of actually. You to build more polymer plants, polymer plants, polymer plants, polymer plants. LBH. So I'm short on the LBH side of things, which is unfortunate, but it's not end of the world. We do have more LBH set right there, and I can bring more in when we get some produced. Actually, I think we have some produced. I just didn't bring it. Maybe just overlooked it. Anyway, the primary plan was to double it, and I may bring it up to 10 in the future. That being done, we're going to need to bring the PG production up to full power. There we go. So it's all prepped and ready. There's going to be 4 on 4 in batches, which is actually really good. And it does increase our consumption of all materials, so we've got to keep an eye on that now, because we have to recalculate the material usage. Carbon, hydrogen, and magnesium. Carbon is good, hydrogen is good, magnesium is good. So we're good for a while. Let's actually expand these queues then, because they can actually be... do we do it in 10? 20s. It's a full load. Full load. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. They're up and running. Looks like the chemical plant also needs its materials here increasing. Do. And also the EPO plants need there. I have been switching to a 250. It's just easy to get the 5 marker there as well. You're okay because it's a 3-notch. Let's check out the consume side. Ooh, you need some of those. So it'll be nuts, beans, and grain. Nuts. No, ASIO. Nuts, beans, and grain in 72 batches. Keep those going. Good. The rations need to be queued up as well. We have to be careful with the rations. We actually started running low on beans recently. Grains at 40, beans are at 100, and nuts at 40. Yeah, so we're running a little bit low due to me putting some RCO through here, but we have 100 RCO, so we can now make overalls once we get the PG back here to help out with the. Oh, that's what it's there for. All right, we've got nitrogen just set for no reason. Okay, you are. Oh, what about you? Almost missed you out. Water. There we go. Oh, yeah, you have a need for more drinking water queues, and you also need water queues. There we go. Right, I need to set up a transport mission out here as well. We'll do that in a moment. And finally out here, wrong way. Prefab bases, ALO, hello, goes up to full, and then on this side, it's going to be confused in a minute. One of the things I also want to do is I want to build an extra smelter out here. We think to have a batch of ALO just sort of hanging around the 300 mark, but we have a big problem right now where we're not producing enough aluminium itself. So the aluminium itself is always running short. In fact, that 5 units there should have been a 10. Couldn't do a 10 because I couldn't get the AL to do it. So this is over in Bertha. Construct. Now, do we have enough people to run a smelter? 380 and 500, but this just takes 50 pioneers. We have more than enough. There we go. That will be an extra smelter slot, making ALO. There we go. That's all nicely done, and that should hopefully keep us on top of the AL market. Now, right now, I have all my experts in making metal, in making aluminium, in the metallurgy. There you go. That's the word. And if this adds the extra capacity, we might be able to move this over to either into extraction or ideally onto the PP2 itself to help boost this 25%. Because they're pretty much all over here right now. Alright, because that's increased by 20%, but we just added a whole extra like 20% on top of that. Ish. Either way. So you're going to be done, and in 25 minutes, ooh, you're going to be bringing that one on board. Then it'll be 1 day, and that 1 day, 1 hour means we'll get into 20. So we'll have another 25. We'll have 25 spare to play with. Do we have glass? We don't have any glass. Do we have any? What's our PG like? 2000. We can do some LSE. Oh, we can get to 20. Okay, well 15 is what we're going to have to work with, unfortunately. Again, it's just a restriction on until we get some more AL in. But there we go. Alright, so that should keep you going fine. Keep an eye on that one, just as we can hopefully get some more AL, we can expand these queues out a bit more. And I also have here, when these complete, it will be very short. I'm not happy with that one. It's too close to these. But I'm doing a steel run. So I need steel. I should just get an extra steel in there. Won't hurt to get an extra 10 steel up and running. There we go. That should be able to quite happily supply all of that. And we're good on there. Okay. BSEs. Ooh, let's actually check what we have in our stock right now. 130 BBH, 60 BD, 300 BSE, and 58 BTA. If you need prefabs, come to me. I've got some in stock. So we don't need BSE. So BBH or BDE would be the priorities. BTA is not so important, but basically anything but BSE right now. So actually, that being said, those BSEs that sat right there can come off the list then, don't they? Alright, so let's actually see what we have on the list. We have BTA. Can I make BTAs? I do have polyethylene over here. But would it... BDEs are actually more important to the market. Ooh, we can't make a lot of those though. Ugh. Okay. We can make a 5 batch, but that's not really worth it. We can make BTAs, so let's do a full 20 batch of BT... Oh, no, God, no. I forgot we have to split the queues. Let's do a full 20 batch, because I don't have 2,000, do I? No. Let's do 2 BTAs. That'll get us up a nice number of BTAs, and we'll have to worry about those for a while. We can then move over some BBHs, and those can be done in full batches as well. There we go. They're queued up now. That's all that good. And I believe that's all that done. Yeah. I do have coffee sat here, so let's go and get an order to ship out the coffee. Now, what would be a good transportation price out to Earthwind from here? So anybody doing Earthwind already, so I can see an ideal price? No, not there. Okay, how about this side? Where's Earthwind? Earthwind. There we are. Anyone shifting to Prompter? There you are. So you're shifting Prompter, and you're offering 800, really? Okay, well actually, to be fair, that's only 100 tons, so 1/4 of a ship. And you can take other stuff with it. I'm going to take a lot less than that, so I'm going to make it nice. I'm going to do a ship 1000 ICA for my 50 coffee. So, Earthwind's a little bit full, so I'm going to do this on Prometer market and say shipping COF. I have 300, I think it was. Yeah, I got 296. So I want to ship 50 units of coffee. I'll pay an ICA, and I'll pay 1,000. Ooh, 1,000 to transport it. The origin is Prometer. Yeah, not United Kingdom. No. Thank you, Google, for that. That's helpful. And the destination is going to be Earthwind. Okay. Delivery time, I'll give you 5 days to do it. Yeah, 5 days is fine. And I'll put this up for 2 days on the order because I want to get there. And if it's not going to be there within 5 days, I can send my own ship at some point in the future anyway. And I'm happy to just leave it at P for that. That'll do fine. 50 carbonated infusion, ICA 1,000. There we go. You know what? Let's make 2,000. See if anyone actually takes the job. I'll pay premium. I have a little bit of ICA lying around to be able to pay for a little bit of that. Shipping cabinet infusion from Prometer to Earthwind 409. Yeah, 409. 5-day delivery. And add. Yeah, okay, we can do that. Boom, posted. If you want that job, it's there. It's a decent money maker, I believe, because it's a very, very light contract. It's only, yeah, it's literally 5 tons. I have to pay $2,000. I have the cash to pay it, and I'd rather it be shipped out rapidly if possible. So feel free to grab it if you want it. If you haven't already got it, if somebody else has already got it, when, yeah, sorry about that, but there should be more stuff in the future because I want to start using these more. Okay, so I love how people are like 90 tons for thousands. So yeah, I'm paying a decent amount there. I'm happy with that. Okay, I think that's all done though. You're all queued up. My new polymer plants are online. The new smelter is online. I think everything's good. What's this warning about? A ship has arrived at Order C. Yeah, I think we dealt with that one. Oh, speaking of the ship at Order C, we want to get you moving out of Order C right now, don't we? So let's see. You'll be on the outpost side. Anything else you want to take with you? Leave those there for now. You know what? No, I should bring them back to Prometer. If we're going to build anything else out here, if we're going to build the extra ones, we can ship out all the materials that's needed in one ship rather than leaving them here unusable by anybody. MCG and trusses. That'll do fine. There's nothing else here to worry about. Oh, the fuel. The fuel. Ships. Let's fill your tank up first. Then we'd have to carry it in the cargo bay, and then grab all of that into the cargo bay, and then we want to take back. No, I don't want half of it. Go away. Take back 100, and then give me half of that, and put in over 100. I want to put 200 here. So, and then 10, 20, 30 minus 1, 2. There we go. 200 and 200. Normally I keep 1 and 1. But we had a ship here with no fuel at one point, so it's been there. Alright, so you're all good right now. I don't agree about you. You can come back to Prom, and your problem will come back to Prometer. If you're going to also tell me to. Really? Alright. Go. I can wait a day in 11. I had to burn hard for the other ship. Was it really that close to taking off? Yeah, it was basically. Alright. Well, I should have waited a bit, shouldn't I? But you two are good. When you get there, you need to both fill up fully with FF and everything else. But we are good. We do need to get out here with some carbon, actually. Should have thought about that before we took off. Would it be better to turn the ship around? It would be better to turn the ship around. You're the one that's got all the stuff on board. You can do a turnaround. Let's get you to land in 4 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get that ship to land, and then fill up with carbon and send it out here, because this place needs carbon. And I can send a full load of carbon over there, no problem at all. Yeah, we can do that. Alrighty, we'll be back in a couple of minutes when we get that ship landed and done. Okay, so the ship is almost in orbit. Let's get ready to make it land, so we can then turn it around and get it back on the ground and get it out to that planet. Ding dong, you two. No, not Earthwind, you're on Order C. 5 minutes to land, go. Alright, back in just a couple of moments when we get the ship down the ground, empty out the cargo bay, because quite frankly, like I said, the nylon I could do with shipping to Bertha, but I have a lot of that on Prom ready to be shipped out anyway, so I can just send it straight from Prom, and this could be a next load. The other stuff I was just bringing mostly because I wanted to have it over there, but the materials can stay here for now. They're not a big risk, but I do need to get a bit of carbon over there as a priority. So let this land, and then we'll do that back in another minute. So, well, 4 minutes 30 actually. Okay, so the ship has landed. We can first of all empty its cargo bay and get the important materials on board. Do that, 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 and do that. So what we'll do is we'll send you out with a maximum load of carbon, which is 177. Send you straight out there to CR911 Apothecary. Nice delay on the alert for the landing, thank you. 11 hours, off you go. And what we'll probably do is bring it back here to pick up the cargo it was supposed to take to Prometer. So that's not going to be an issue, but that will be on the way back. So what we have here, we have ship mid-orbit, ship landed, and 20 units of iron have been produced. Really? Already? Oh yeah, the others are a bit behind, but the first piece of steel is on the way. Good. The steel is going to be used to make power tools. We just need more steel to make more power tools. That's all there really is to it. But anyway, until next time, let me know what you think of the game, what you think of the bases we've got so far, and make some suggestions what we should build next. I'm leaning towards making some electronics next, which will be a bigger supply chain, probably a bigger supply chain than we've ever actually done before. One of my reasons is I'm looking over here in, I think it's different devices. I'm looking to buy basic workstations, BWS, there is basic workstations, and there's just no supply. And there's now 3 people ahead of me on the purchase list. So, yeah, I'm thinking about trying to make maybe the BWS, maybe something else. But I'm thinking something down the electronics line now, just to expand out a bit more from our prefab bases. We've been building basic prefabs and everything to support the prefabs. but I think it's now time to branch out to areas of the game a bit more complicated. So something electronics is kind of driving me, especially with the lack of workstations. We'll probably need those for ships and stuff, and if not, I'm sure we'll need the other stuff anyway for something else. HD holographic displays, durable casings, and motherboard. I can almost guarantee we'll need those for shipbuilding anyway. Because I think shipbuilding is going to require a lot of very expensive, very big materials. Because ships should not be a quick thing. It should take a long time to build a ship, and it should take a lot of materials. It would take a lot of subcomponents to make them. So I believe that those parts, if we build a supply chain, will still be useful. But until we get that up and running, we're going to still plot around with our little prefab bases. But I'm aiming to do that very shortly. That's part of the reason why I have so many T1 and T2 prefabs sat around. We're going to be needing to build bases, and I even invested in a crap ton of INF. Because I believe we're going to be needing to build on a tier 2 or tier 3 planet, and INF is going to be the thing that's going to be a pain in the ass if we don't buy it in. Anyway, let me know what you think of the base, what you think of everything else, and the idea of expanding into electronics, unless you have a better idea, or something else you would like to see. Until next time, see you then. Bye.